You are listening to Alive and Thriving. This is Jessica, and today I'm going to be chatting to you about how you can get really, really specific with your EFT tapping so that you can really target your physical and emotional ailments. And we're going to chat about how these physical ailments really are a clue. They really are your body telling you what it is that you need to be dealing with and how you can actually help yourself and support yourself. Now, before we get into today's episode, I want to let you know that in just a few short weeks, I'm going to be opening up a really, really special place for women who really want to raise their energetic vibrations and their emotional state with EFT tapping. So most of you will know by now that I host a monthly tapping circle. Now, you can, of course, still attend the tapping circle as a guest, but because so many of you love coming every month or catching your replay every month, I am going to enhance your tapping experience with the tapping inner circle. Now, this is something, you are hearing it here first. This is something brand new, something really exciting. And my big goal with this space is to really help you to use tapping to improve your physical, your mental, and your emotional well-being and stop living on autopilot. Teach yourself to come back into your day, into your moment, raise your energetic vibrations, and just feel good. So you need to be on my email list. If you are not on my email list, then send me an email, or you can go and download my free guide to EFT tapping, or you can go and send me a DM on Instagram and say, I want to know about the tapping in a circle. I want to know how I can be a part of this. Can you please put me on your emails? So make sure that you are. So on Instagram, I'm jessica.reed.ilc. So make sure that you are on my email list so that you can be the first to find out about the tapping in a circle. And yeah, look, I cannot wait to open up and share this space with you. So now let's get into today's episode.
You're listening to Alive and Thriving with Jessica Reed, the podcast that's all about empowering you to achieve optimal wellness and success through self-care, holistic practices, and raw conversations. Jessica and her expert guests are here to share powerful insights and strategies to help you overcome stress and anxiety, take charge of your life, and thrive in life and in business. Grab a cuppa and let's dive in.
I love this topic. I'm so excited to talk to you about this topic. So I have spent a lot of time, and you will also hear, if you follow a lot of EFT practitioners or holistic counselors, people who use EFT tapping, you will hear a lot about the evidence-based side of EFT. We talk about the clinical sequence of EFT that we use, which of course is the sequence of tapping points that have been clinically studied, clinically proven, to be effective in so many different areas. You will have heard so much about all of that side of things, the effects that it has on the amygdala to calm the brain, to reprogram the way that our memories have been filed in our brain, essentially. But what I want to talk about today is the other side of this. Now, you may have heard me say, if you have listened to my explanation of EFT tapping, that when we are tapping, we are stimulating acupressure points or energy meridians that surface close to our skin. So you may know them more as acupressure points. Today, I want to get more into the energy side of things. I want to talk to you about these meridians. I want to talk to you about the accompanying organs that these meridians are attached to, the physical ailments that are going to be your indication, your big hello, pay attention to me, that something needs to be dealt with. and how you can listen to your body and then unblock, these meridians for good health. So let's start right there. Let's start by talking about meridians, because you might be going, okay, yep, what is that? So an energy meridian refers to a concept in Chinese traditional medicine, so traditional Chinese medicine, that describes pathways or channels in which vital energy, which is also known as qi, flows through the body. Now, these meridians are believed to be interconnected and associated with different organs and bodily functions, as I just mentioned. So you can think of your energy meridians as invisible highways or rivers that are running through your body. And they carry energy to various parts of your system. Just in the same way that blood flows through your vessels, energy is flowing through these meridians, and it is nourishing you and it is supporting your overall well-being. Now, according to traditional Chinese medicine, when the flow of energy that is along these meridians is balanced and it's harmonious, then you experience good health. However, if there are blockages or there's disruptions to the energy flow, it is believed to lead to imbalances and potential health issues. So basically, these pathways are vital for the energy flow in your body. They connect various organs and they have various functions. And by keeping our energy flowing smoothly, again, think of it like these highways or these rivers running through your body, then it is believed that you can maintain or restore your health and your well-being, according to traditional Chinese medicine. Now, today I'm going to give you some examples, and this is something that I'm actually going to teach at great lengths inside of the Tapping Inner Circle that I spoke to you guys about at the very beginning of this episode, so that you guys can really, really go deeper and support your healing. So for today's example, we are going to really just focus on the collarbone point and the associations around the collarbone point. I know that is a favorite point for a lot of people. I know that a lot of people find that really quite calming. So basically what I'm going to talk to you about is how we can use these points as emotional or physical first aid. Now, in order to do this, so we really need to work backwards. Again, like I said at the beginning, we want to listen to what your body is telling you. We want to listen to what you are experiencing and use that as a clue as to where you have your energy block, your energy imbalance. And so, again, we're going to use the collarbone point as an example. So we'll start with emotions. Common emotions that are associated with the collarbone point: fear, phobia, sadness, anxiety, insecurity, feelings of needing to be cautious, superstitious, careless or reckless or indecisive. So let's say I was working with a client and they're like, I'm just in this state of fear. I just don't know why. I'm scared of this. I'm scared of this. It's just this constant state of fear. So that could be a clue for me that the kidney meridian, which is the one that runs and attaches to our collarbone stimulates. It's called the K7, the kidney meridian. That could be a clue for me that there is an energy block in there. And so spending some time to calm that fear with that client could mean spending some time clearing the kidney meridian block. Now, this is something that you can do yourself at home. If you are feeling that fear, perhaps you're dealing with a phobia or a deep sadness, then tapping on your collarbone could be your emotional first aid. It could be that you start with, how am I feeling? I'm feeling fear. And then if you're in the Tapping Inner Circle, you'll be able to go in and go, right, I'm feeling fear. I'll search fear. And that will come up with which meridian needs to be unblocked. Kidneys. Or I'm feeling sad. I've got some sadness right now. Which meridian needs to be unblocked? And so you can use this at home as, again, a self-help tool, as an emotional first aid. And as you tap on that point, and you help that blockage to release, the energy can start to flow freely. It's really, really powerful. Now, that's an example used for emotion. Let's chat now about our physical health. So just as each meridian will have emotional ailments that could be clues, to what is going on, to where the blockage may be, they also have physical ailments that could be clues as well. So if we are looking at our kidney meridian, if I had a client say, I'm experiencing lower back pain all the time, always lower back pain, then that could be a clue for me that, again, there is a blockage in her kidney, or in the kidney meridian. And so some other kidney meridian imbalances may manifest as acne, bone weaknesses, bone pain, lower back pain, ear issues, earaches, edema, eyesight issues, infertility, prostate issues, swollen ankles, or tooth or gum issues. And so as we, again, use our physical ailments as a clue, what do I need to deal with? Now, here is how I would work backwards from this. Okay, you are experiencing lower back issues. Let's explore the kidney meridian imbalance and then have a look at what emotions, fear, phobia, sadness, anxiety, insecurity, etc. Do any of those resonate with you? Oh yes, I have a phobia of this. This has been really prominent for me lately. My anxiety has been really bad lately. I've been really indecisive. Okay. So we have a block in the kidney meridian. And so you can see, and the other thing you can do too to get to the bottom of your emotional ailments from your physical symptoms, there's some wonderful tools out there that are really easily accessible, like Inna Segal's book, or, Louise Hay. These books go deeper, really deeper into emotional ailments that could be supporting your physical illness, that could be causing your physical illness. And so then we can go and use tapping to clear that. We can use tapping to clear the imbalances in the body, to clear, because remembering that emotion is energy in motion. So when we have emotional issues that are stuck, stagnant, then it is going to cause blockages within our energy highways. It is going to stop that energy from being able to flow freely through your body. And it can absolutely, absolutely cause physical ailment. Now, I'll give you a really good example of how I have used this recently. So some of you may have seen on social media that recently I had a vestibular migraine attack that lasted a bit over 2 weeks. Put me in bed. I was feeling absolutely awful. And there was some, really intense symptoms, and quite a few different symptoms that was coming with that. Now, for me, I know how to trace my meridians. So I know how to sort of, tune in energetically and trace my meridians to sense if there's a block. But for you, if you were in this situation, you could say, okay, well, what is my symptom? And again, start with that physical, what is my symptom? And so I found that I had a block that was running along my small intestine meridian. And therefore, and it was so interesting because that block was associated with what I was experiencing, which was tinnitus and vertigo, issues in my ears, right where I could feel the heat from my energy as I did my tracing. It was right there. And I just thought, wow, this is just so, there's a block running along that meridian. This ear is on that meridian, and I have been blocked in my ear, and I have had this loud ear-piercing tinnitus going on. And so my next step then is to go, okay, so how do I unblock that meridian? So the small intestine meridian, we unblock on the side of our hand point. And so I spent some time there, and I explored the emotions that are associated with that point and found what was relevant for me and gave myself permission to free that, to release that. And it was so interesting. As I was tapping on one of my hands, the same point on the other hand started absolutely throbbing before I had given it attention. And so you'll know when you're tapping, you'll know when it has been released, because you might have an emotional release. So you might have a cry, or you might have some sort of emotional release. You might go into a state of yawning. You might feel like the issue that you're thinking about or tapping about is no longer relevant anymore. You might just feel a lightness and a sense of an energy shift. Or if it, like in my case, the points that you're tapping on are really, really tender, and then they stop being tender. You can feel that. And I had to tap through that tenderness, not causing myself pain. It was uncomfortable. But I also remember, laying on an acupuncture bed and having the needles go into some places that brought tears to my eyes. But when it released, it released. So that's a bit of an overview of how you can actually use your physical ailments to work backwards and support yourself through your energy meridians. And so again, if you would like to learn more about this, I will be teaching it in the Tapping in a Circle, along with access to our monthly tapping circles, along with some audios and videos and things so that you can support yourself to tap every day, and a community area so you can jump in and you can support each other. And if that is something that you think you might be interested in, then send me an email, jump over on Instagram, say, tell me when this is ready. I want to know. Tell me when this is ready. So make sure that you're on my email list. And if you're listening to this after the 18th of June, then send me a DM and you can just come and join us, because the Tapping in a Circle will be open by then. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I would love to hear if you have had, similar experiences. If you use tapping regularly, have you had any similar experiences where you have been able to clear something by using your body, using what your body is trying to tell you, what your body is trying to get your attention about, to bring emotional peace? So thank you so much for joining me. And until next week, I hope you have an amazing week and stay safe and keep tapping.
Wow, what a journey it's been today. We are so grateful for each and every one of you who tuned in to Alive and Thriving. If you enjoyed this episode and want to help us keep growing, please consider subscribing and leaving a review on your favorite platform. It's a simple but powerful way to support a small business like ours to continue to make an impact.